take it. We'll take it. Right, I'm going to start recording on OBS. I'll do a little spiel and then we'll get into it.
Spiel.
Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, the 2nd of February. It is our weekly Spaces. As always, I'm joined by Carlini, but our special guest this evening, we also have Katie, live from the country club itself. So yeah, good afternoon, good evening to everyone listening. Carlini, Katie, good for you to have you both here. We're going to talk through a fair few bits and pieces this evening. I want to cover the Purrtacular giveaway we've got going on this month. We've obviously just dropped our 5th airdrop and a airdrop general update, and I believe roadmap 2.0 has been teased as well. And then we'll cover a few questions and answers from the community. So yes, Katie, as your first Spaces appearance, I believe. How are you today? Is it
pretty
nice to
good?
Good.
Yeah.
Perfect. And Carlene, I know we just said, but yeah, feeling good, feeling better than last week. Slightly less deeper voice, which I guess is good. I don't know. I kind of liked it.
I did not.
Well, there we go. Perfect. So, I think it's a good place to start, is seeing as we're on day 2 of it, I guess, is the Purrtacular giveaway, which, Carlini, if you can just give a little bit more info, why now, and also how people can enter.
Yeah, so last October I did something similar where I gave away 1 per a day all of October. Don't know why. I just had lots at the time. And I've been sort of checking in on those purrs to see what was done with them. And they're just mostly held. Like 3/4 are just still where I sent them. People who won are keeping hold of them. Some of the names, it was their first pair and now they're active in the community. And I guess I just expected people to dump the giveaways, right? Like, you get something free, you just dump it. Yeah, you've got something free. Made some ETH. But people are holding, people are joining the community via it, and it just felt like a good time. People are memeing that I'm picking the shortest month.
I was going to mention that. I think Delson directly tweeted it, which I thought was good. It's like, choose the shortest month, of course.
But I did October, guys. That was that's longer.
Well, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I think that 75% level of people keeping, and like you said, getting involved into the community is amazing. And yeah, like makes it feel well worth doing. Gives us an opportunity to spread the word, spread the purrs. That sounds weird. I won't go with that. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I've pinned yesterday's one, which I'm assuming can still be used. Have you done the draw for yesterday's yet?
I haven't yet. I'll probably do it like on the space.
Yeah, cool. Well, we can do that. We can round out with that. We can do that as the last thing on here. So that'll be cool. Perfect. So yeah, so probably worth turning notifications on for everything you tweet. The majority of it will be teasing Nate Alex, but there will be a daily giveaway that you can enter as well. So well worth doing. Perfect. Katie, I want to bring you in on airdrop 5. I know me and you have been chatting a bit about this and have some plans to chat a bit more, but yeah, kind of what you're excited about for airdrop number 5. I guess if I'll give a little bit of kind of background on it, it is DJ Purr. I think we've landed on. I saw that on Twitter or in the server somewhere. And DJ Purr represents a physical vinyl which we'll be putting out. So yeah, just wanted to kind of bring you in to talk a little bit more about what you're excited with that, because I know we chatted about it a lot yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to just work with, like, well, one, I'm excited about this explainer. I'm currently in the process of shopping, trying to find like costumes or like an outfit to wear in it. But I think it's going to be really funny.
Is this going to be another live action one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is going to be another live action, just kind of like another really short one. Just because at this point, you know, when it comes down to like the redemption process, I think with the hoodie, it was like the first time we had seen that for Penelope's, but since then it's kind of, you know, a very similar process. So without kind of, I guess, explaining the same process over and over again, I do feel like the explainers, especially with like the last one with the comic book, you know, it kind of,
that was really fun.
Yeah, it's short. It kind of gives you like just enough to understand like why you got the NFT and then what to do with it. But I really feel like it serves more of like a little teaser, like a promo to get people excited and, you know, be able to watch something. And so that's kind of how I feel about this next video that we're going to be doing is not so much a long drawn out explainer of step by step, but just another little like, hey, you got this NFT and this is what you're going to do with it.
Some more breadcrumbs for it. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
it's been really cool today. Actually, just had like a couple of tweets that I've seen from people being like, "Oh yeah, I just got airdrop this today." In terms of like, you know, like we just keep doing these things rather than talking about them. And just a couple of people, the way that they mentioned that, and it's like that was really cool. Yeah, so excited for that. Do we want to say more about who we've been talking to so far, or I don't know if we like how much we want to tease that before we get stuff locked down, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe we could just say that like we will eventually have some of these mystery artists enter the is it stages in Discord? We'll do like a stages with them and hopefully introduce
I really
them
like
to
that
community.
idea.
Yeah,
I really like that idea. Yeah, so somebody that we've been working with so far, I think like the way that they do a lot of stuff is they take influence from being involved in like communities and or having like prompts and stuff. So yeah, we had that kind of that came up when we were chatting, wasn't it? Like we'll just get into spaces and have people, you know, talk about their particular cat or stuff about the country club that they like, and they'll hopefully kind of build a song around it.
Yeah.
Which is a really cool idea, which I like.
It was so funny too because earlier when you posted that music sample that we got, I hadn't checked my email yet, so I didn't know it was from one of our artists, and so I just was like listening to it, and I was like, "Oh, I love this. This is so great. Oh man, I really hope our guy can like do the same thing." And then when you told me it was him, I was like, "Yes."
Yay, really cool.
We made a good decision.
Yeah, I was really up for that. Really, really into that. It was so much fun. Yeah, really cool. So that's really exciting. I think, yeah, you kind of hit it spot on there, Katie, with the redemption process. And that's pretty much going to be the same. Once that launches for everything, that's going to be the same for all of them.
Yeah.
So this is, it's now more about, you've just been airdropped this cool looking cat. It's obviously ready to party, but what does that mean? What comes next? You know, like what's going to go on with it? Yeah.
I will say one of the things that makes this airdrop or this like what you're going to be getting, the redemption process, just a little bit different as far as a product is like this is the first airdrop where we're going to be collaborating with other people in the NFT space.
Yes.
And you know, I know that like with the models and stuff, but those and the hoodies, they all relate. Maybe they relate back to people who are in the space, but not like NFT artists, I guess is what I'm kind of getting at. And so I'm excited to work with other NFT artists who are out there creating NFTs, but you know, they're not so much with like the visual arts, but just like music and stuff. And I think that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, really, really fun. I think the way this kind of came about as an idea, and then the way that it's snowballed from there has been really fun to kind of be in that process, and getting these people involved and thinking like, oh, maybe this person would like to do something, and then reaching out, and then they've got ideas, and then you have those meetings, and like, collaborating with other people within the space, I think is really, really cool. Something that we wanted to do, I guess, previously. But yeah, kind of the way that this is working out is really exciting. Awesome. Was there anything else you wanted to cover? We're getting accused of just being very teasy, but I don't want to say more before we've locked anything down.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. I probably should have submitted a list of questions of what am I allowed to talk about? Because I will say here recently, I feel like, when I was kind of doing the explainer videos, and those were coming weeks after the initial launch, and therefore a lot of that information was already kind of out there, so I wasn't worried about spoiling anything. It was a little bit easier to kind of jump over into the Discord and illustrate or animate and let people see and watch from the lobby.
That was some cool stuff. I really enjoyed you doing that. It was cool. But
here recently with some of this stuff, I've been like, I don't know if I can show me working on this. I don't know if this is a spoiler. I mean, I kind of want people to see it when it launches, so.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I think, this is the first month with airdrops that we haven't really kind of leaked or teased much of what it was before it dropped. I got asked a lot, and I'm like, I basically didn't tease anything because I was like, I don't know how to hint at this without it being like, oh, cool, it's music. I couldn't think of a teasing way to kind of say oh, well, if you listen, I was like, I don't know, I don't know how it was going to work. But I think it's going to be really, really cool. I think it just adds to an absolute swag bag of physicals that people will be able to get from us once they're all kind of ready to go, which is really, really exciting. So that's cool. Which I wanted to kind of bring Carlini back in for just a general airdrop update with a couple of other bits and pieces. If there's any general updates for that stuff that we have, I don't know. Obviously, January is always quite a weird month, but whether you've had any updates on where we are with bits and pieces. This links to a question that I had from MCOMs, which was, how are the model cats looking? Are we still expecting them to be the first physical we can claim? And then follow-up question, second companion next month, eyeballs emoji. Thank you, MCOMs. Sorry, Carlene, that was a long wind-up as per usual.
Let me have a look at where models are. We've sort of ordered the team's models so that we can experience the unboxing and basically we've ordered it in a way that we will see exactly what the customer will get. So let me just see. So the models are currently getting painted, our team ones, and once we're happy with how they look, we'll be opening up claiming for people, and then the first batch will go out for order. So I do expect models to be first. What I've seen is amazing, but we'll see when the physicals get here. I fully expect it to to maintain that and still be just as good, because I think I've had 3 to myself so far, but you guys, the rest of the team, haven't. So it's just, and this is with our new Katie designed, fresh looking packaging.
Yeah, that looked really cool.
Be a slight bit of brand change to go along with Roadmap 2.0.
No.
Cool.
Oh. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm really excited for the unboxing. I'm going to try and film it like an unboxing YouTube video, but I probably don't have the gear for that just yet. Not that I'll share it. Maybe I will share. I don't know. I feel like the unboxing experience would be great to like keep for each individual person, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a spoiler channel, and it's like, hey, if you want to see what my unboxing experience was like, come here, I'll show you. Or if not, you can wait and keep it a surprise. I don't know. Cool. So that's models. I think hoodies and comics, we'll probably leave that unless you have an update on those, because I think we all know where we are with that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the same.
Yeah, fine. But we'll keep that rolling. Lovely. So you kind of mentioned it there. Obviously, this drops in the Discord the last day of January, so the 31st, when we also sent out airdrop 5, which was DJ Purr. It was Cats Fanatic who came up with that name, so thank you very much to you. Appreciate that. I really like it. I think it's going to stick with me, if even it doesn't stick with the rest of the team. But Roadmap 2.0, which you mentioned in that announcement, how much do you want to share of that tonight? How much of that is coming later on this month, as you said?
Roadmap to everything that's on Roadmap to drop with Roadmap 2.0. If you've been piecing what I've said together, quite a bit of it will be on there, as I have given lots away.
As usual.
Yeah. But there will be things that haven't been said at all. And Roadmap 2.0 will try and look for the rest of 2022. So if you think about it, we've been around for effectively 6 months. We had Roadmap 1.0. So it's going to be a roadmap for twice as long that we've already been around. And that doesn't mean that's all we're going to do, because opportunities will constantly present themselves and the space will change. So the Kitty Bank and our 8 airdrops, they weren't even on Roadmap 1.0, yet we've done them. So we'll still be delivering and building on whatever Roadmap 2.0 is just to give people an idea of where we're going, our plans, and how we're gonna go big.
Love it. Yeah, it's a really good point actually about Roadmap 1.0. A lot of the stuff that we've been doing, including our airdrops, wasn't on there. So I like the idea that our roadmaps are kind of like, hey, we'll do at least this, but there's other fun stuff that we're going to kind of come up with, or see something that's like, oh hey, what if we did this, and how would we do it, and what would be different. Of like, I really like our ability to do that as well. Is going to be really, really fun. So that's cool. Right. Let's cover. Yeah, we'll leave that there as kind of covered. I guess this probably goes into it quite well, actually. Another question that we've got from the shill.pcc.eth. Great name. So within Token, what specifics are you most excited about, and what kind of fun tease or tidbit can you share with the community to pique our interest? As if your interest isn't already piqued, Shill. Come on.
So my instant answer for that isn't, I guess, something that the shill will personally care about. It's something that I've experienced quite a few times recently. So companies that have a token are able to leverage that token in order to build their brand. So if you just think when we had the breeding party and Coco sent us loads of banana, which is worth a lot of money. But as the team, you kind of don't want to dump your token on people, but you can give it away in a marketing effort. I've had companies reach out and say, right, if we do this and you do that, so one of the things that we can offer is quite a large amount of our token. So what you're able to do with a token is work with, if you just think of all NFTs on a ladder, you can go up a few rungs on the ladder if you start offering financial incentives for sort of collabs or working together, or some kind of joint venture into something. When you've got your own token that has value, but you've sort of created that value for yourself as well, it then allows you to do these sort of collabs that have been pushing these other projects to new heights, because you get stuff done. You're able to get stuff done because of token. So we'll be able to do a lot more stuff with token and funding as well. So we're going to have team allocated token as well, which is similar to, say, Subducks have done that, and Cyberkongs originally didn't, but I don't know if everyone knows. We met up with Owl IRL on Saturday, myself, Peter, and Jamie. Or just chatting about stuff. Great guy. Shame he doesn't have a .pcc.eth.
Yeah, the only thing wrong with them.
Peter. And he told me about how they were planning to issue more banana, and it will be used by the team for this game. So they'll be using their own banana for this purpose. I think Subtext might have been the first to launch with a team treasury. My worry there is if you just say, like, right, here's however many tokens we're going to create. Everyone that has a per, you get yours slowly every day. It just slowly trickles in. But the team, we get ours instantly. Ha ha ha! We can do whatever we want. So I'm planning on sort of thinking of ways best to utilize a team yield as well. So we will have whatever percentage of the token is the final percent. We will obviously come out with a sort of white paper that details exactly how it's split and how it's released. But the focus will be on us getting it daily as well. So whatever we use it for, the teams will be unlocked in the same way that everyone else's is unlocked. You can imagine your per has 1 million token inside it, but you're only getting 10 a day. I've just pulled that number out of nowhere, so no one come back to me and go, oh, actually, that will be 5,000 years. Because, I don't care. I'm just saying a number, just as an example. But we want the teams to do that as well. And I kind of also want to be able to do stuff with that. So say we've got some token coming out daily, and we want to do a collab with someone. Normally what you do is you say, hey, we'll give you, X exposure and $50,000 of our token. And they'll be like, oh, okay. And then you do the sums, you work out how much token that is. And they're happy because that is sellable. This isn't a choose and beggars thing where we're just using people or whatever. They are getting paid, and they do obviously have to accept if we go down the line where ETH or sterling or dollars is needed, then so be it. But with giving away token, what we can also do is wrap that into a different NFT that yields the token daily for them as well. So by doing a collab with someone, you're then getting them interested in your community because they're suddenly watching your token. Maybe they dump every day. It probably wouldn't make sense financially to do that because of gas. But in a way, this token was always going to get dumped anyway. So if you're giving them it in a way that yields, and maybe the NFT could in some way be branded. You work with a musician, and the NFT that you allow the token to come out of is, I don't know, a per holding a guitar with their logo on it that they're happy with, or something along those lines. Just something cool and personalized that instead of paying, say, paying 10 different people to collab, maybe half of them or some percentage of them like these extra little touches, and they're like, what, I'm getting paid daily kind of from this. Let's go and actually have a look and join the Discord and get involved, and maybe we suck in these people into our ecosystem just because it's another way for them to get excited about the brand, and maybe they want to stick around afterwards. And it's just a way for us to build the brand without needing a huge amount of funds, because when you make a token, you sort of create the funds, right? We create a token, and then we do everything we can to provide value to it for our community via burning incentives, syncs, all of this sort of stuff. And it also brings another way for us to raise funds. So if we were to take some of the team share, so we've allocated however much to ourselves, and we get that daily yielded. Now, say we took, one of those tokens every day, whacked it into a new NFT, made 100 of those NFTs, and then sold them. We would be giving away some of our own daily yield while also raising funds, which we could then use to hire more people to bring more value to our token. So it's sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy that we're trying to create, which hopefully just allows us to do so much more cool things, add extra stuff to our ecosystem. Obviously, we're looking at, everything that everyone else is doing. So, like I said, we met Al, we've looked at cybercons, we're looking at how Frankie's doing it over at Subtux, because he's got a similar sort of trying to get people to use Vault. Just looking at how everyone's using the token, and I don't think it exists yet. I don't think a token's final form is there. There are a few cool things on Flow that people haven't added a token for, but I think they could. That I think we could maybe use the mechanism. So a lot of things that I want to do with Flow, and a lot of uses that just, I guess, going back to the original question, what is exciting for me? So for me as a business owner, being able to get these collabs, leveraging token, and being able to raise some funds via token, just to be able to keep growing, because we were very generous, I guess, in what we gave back to the community after our mint.
Pretty much all of it, right?
It was a large percentage. But, I kind of regretted when we had to stop hiring.
Yeah.
But it's kind of made us have to make token more important, as in whatever companies in the NFT space do now, if we do the equivalent, it will be focusing on token, because it ties up the whole ecosystem. So that's, from my point of view, that's what I'm excited about. And I guess from Shield's point of view, when we're able to bring in bigger names and, bigger sort of marketing pieces, and a couple of projects have reached out that want to do certain marketing things.
Mm-hmm.
If it gives us more leverage to be able to explode, I guess.
Which is very exciting indeed. It's piqued my interest. So hopefully, yeah, everyone else is kind of on board with that. I think that makes the most sense. It's the next thing that we're moving into, like you've said before, of it, that's going to be our main focus. Not, obviously with all our airdrops and everything else, but this will be the main thing that we go for. In terms of it informs everything else. So that's going to be good. And some of the stuff that we can hopefully facilitate with that is very, very exciting. Katie, I've got a question for you, which is, what has been your favorite video to work on so far? This is from me. This is something I wanted to know. So of all the kind of the videos, the explainer videos that you do, the weekly update videos that you do, what has been your favorite piece to work on so far since you joined the team?
That one is a little tough. Let me think.
Gave you zero prep for it as well.
Yeah. Well, I will say that, like, I mean, I really enjoyed doing that first explainer video. Not like I haven't enjoyed the other ones since then, but like it was so great to just like, I feel like it was the first big NFT project or like in the space that I was able to do. It was so much fun. I remember at the time I was still doing freelance. So I had some other clients that I was working on. And so I was like, and for everybody, they don't know, but you've seen where I record my voiceovers, but it's just in my closet. Just because the clothing helps to like, it's good. It's good acoustics in there.
Acoustics, so, that's what you need.
But yeah, I just remember this one day I was recording a voiceover for this software company, and then I was recording a voiceover for the hoodie video. And it took so long for me to do the other client's voiceover. And that's just because it was boring. Like I just was thinking like, I don't care about this software. Like it's so hard to sound excited about talking about this software when like it was like a marketing software or something. I just wasn't into it, and I'm like in this closet and I was so bummed, and I was just like, I was just gonna jump over and start doing the Pernellopes. And like it was so much fun. I like love being that cat character that like like being able to just like welcome and
I think that was the first, like, so in my head that's like the first time I heard your voice was you doing that voice rather than like your actual voice. So every time I speak to you like during the work day and stuff, I'm like, why is Katie putting on this weird accent? Like this isn't how she sounds.
Yeah, but you know, it was just, I was able to knock that voiceover out so quick, like probably just one take. If anything, I was disappointed that I couldn't. I just was like, I'm just gonna do another take. I'm just gonna do another take, just because I enjoyed reading it off so much. So I would say like that one just is maybe not my favorite, but that one is special to me, just because it was just this refreshing transition into kind of getting back into doing what I love doing. You know, it's like animating and voiceovers, drawing, and all of that. Like I enjoy doing it, period. But like there are just those projects that you're just excited to see succeed, and you genuinely are like emotionally caught up in wanting them to succeed as well. It's not just like this transition or like transaction of I'm just doing the work and I'm just, we'll
I'll
part
do
ways.
this will pay the bills, great, cool, move on. It's like something that's actually fun to work on and fun to do.
Yeah. So awesome. But then I actually really enjoyed playing all those characters for the comic book explainer too. It was just kind of fun dressing up and being different. I mean,
what are you guys doing in my house?
You know what made me so mad? I was telling my husband about it last night, and he wasn't like getting the reference. I'm like, in the comic book explainer, and he's like, I don't know, I haven't seen that yet. And I was like,
come on.
I was like, get over there right now and watch my video. Like, how dare you not watch my videos? He watched it and he was laughing and everything. And I was like, because here's the thing is that my husband, he doesn't always think I'm very funny. And so I'm like, see, look, I can be funny. Other people think I'm funny. Like, I do funny videos. I do funny things.
Love it. I love it. Yeah, that's cool. I get that. Like the first one you did for for us at the time, but yeah, like obviously was that free? I can't remember the time scale on it, whether you were still freelance for that first one, and then we were like, maybe we should lock this down. Like this is really good.
The hoodie explainer was like actually, I had met some people over in Crypto Dads, and a friend that I made through Crypto Dads was like, hey, have you heard of Pernelopes? I'm like, no. They're like, well, they're looking for someone to do like an animated explainer. I know that's what you do. And I was like, oh, okay. So like,
oh, that's cool. I didn't know
when I had done the hoodie video, like I didn't even really know who Carlini was. He's just this cat man, this internet cat man who hired me.
That's excellent.
I remember like finally when after that video, that's when we started like talking about me coming on full time. And I remember talking, like there were a couple of times where I would ask Carlini, I'm like, hey, do people like know you? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, because I like said, oh yeah, some catman Carlini has hired me, and they would be like, oh, Carlini, you know Carlini? And I'm like, I mean, I'm assuming that's not a very common name, so I guess we're talking about the same person.
You must mean the other Carlini that's big
You
into
must,
NFTs.
yeah, I don't.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think my favorite one recently is the one that you had the catch-up video you had to do without Josh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm shouting, "Tell them the news, Ellie!" like at least once a day. When
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Oh, have you got any alpha for us?" I was like, "Tell them the news, Ellie."
She's with me right here. She's in my
Ah,
lap.
excellent. Love it. Love it. Really appreciate that, Kate. That's really cool. I have some more questions. I think jumping off of that token chat that Carlini just went through, or Catman as we'll call him from now on. Do you have any insight? This is from jt.pcc.eth, great name. Do you have any insight into the amount of time needed to collect a token in order to start claiming some of the rewards that you have in mind? Obviously, it will vary greatly depending on what it is. So with 100,000 token distributed a day, I don't know if that math checks out or not, imagining rewards will require quite a bit of token.
Well, it's a bit more than 100,000 a day because there are 100,000 is the PCC, and then obviously there'll be kittens and then redacted. And then there will be the team share as well, which I just spoke about, and how we'll use that for collabs and others and funding and whatever. We may never actually sell our token, but attach it to NFTs and sell it instead, so others can yield it. Is what I've been thinking the last few days. So I'm constantly thinking about token. So how long needed? I would like something. I would like there to be something there as cheap as 10 token. So it's a day's token and off you go. I think we will have to be a bit dynamic with the pricing, because we have seen with banana, like early on they had you could change your bio for however much banana, and that was fine when banana was $1, and then at one point banana moon to $70 or whatever, and who's going to pay? It was a couple of grand at one point to change your bio, which people just aren't going to do. And for things like that, I think it's worth being dynamic and maybe setting a dollar price that it would cost. Not saying that won't be the norm at all, but for things like bios, naming your cat, maybe if at some point we take down ENS, by take down I mean take down registrations. So currently, if you've got PCC, you can just go and claim an ENS. And we've seen a huge uptake recently. A lot of people on Twitter on that leaderboard. I'm somehow third. This is a disaster. I think we must have broken 300 ENS names now. But at one point, I think we're going to want to lock it up. Maybe make it an expense to get your name, because at that point you're then making it more elite. So you've gained your ENS name by being in our community early, and maybe in the future it will take a week of Purr to be able to claim an ENS name, and that that acts in a way as a sync, and then in a way it makes it more of a brand, right? Because if you think, if Bored Apes release .bayc.eth, which they do have the ENS BAYC, if they release that, people are going to pay a lot. They're going to want to pay a lot to just have that. They might make it free. I have absolutely no insight at all. They might make it $100,000 to collect. That's probably a bit too much, but just to
Hey, why not?
cover the base. But when you have the brand, the fee almost makes people want it more. So maybe we'll be adding a fee in the future that would make people want it more. If we ever feel like we've got to that point, which I don't feel like we are at now. So I'm happy to keep it free for now. But when we released it, we did say we may, lock it down, add a fee, whatever. So just to reiterate that it's not imminent, it's not happening anytime soon, but it could in the future, and that would be like a lower end. So have any insight into the amount of time needed to collect token? Well, I guess there's no time needed as such, but if you think, so the Kongs babies were 600 banana, and we're roughly 10 plus times more daily yield. So we would be looking at 6,000 6,000 token would be similar for a similar asset. And babies are up at, they hit what, 15 ETH at one point maybe. So it's all about scaling it correctly. So we will be constantly looking at these numbers, thinking about the daily burn that we need. So in reality, what we want is X amount of token come out every day, X amount of token are used every day. It will never happen. I know that won't happen. No token has ever done that. So I'm not going to pretend that we'll be the first to have some sort of perfect economy that is in amazing harmony. But if we make an NFT worth cost a certain amount of token, we have to ensure that we can back that up. So we're going to be really careful about our pricing and aim for the daily yield to equal the daily burn and try and calculate it all. But I know some people will just want to sell their token. It's just how it is. I've been around this space too long. I mean, if you've been in a week, people aren't going to use it as intended. But we have to build as if people will use their token, because there will be some people who don't get daily token but will just buy token to use it in these ways anyway, because that's simply just how supply and demand work. If we're oversupplying, then we just need to build more. We need to get more uses out there. I already want to do, say, Kong Tank. I think that's what they call it, the sort of Shark Tank where they give away token. And this was sort of what I was thinking about an NFT. You could have an NFT that yields token daily, given out as a reward for a Dragon's Den type sort of pitch.
I was going to say, we'd have to go with the Dragon's Den angle, not the Shark Tank angle, right?
Oh, yeah, because the first one, right? That's where it was built, I'm pretty sure. It's like exactly. The Apprentice all over again.
and look what happened there.
So there are lots of different ways we can balance it, and I would want people to be able to do stuff with their token pretty early, but you also have to think, like, you might have one per and you're getting 10 daily, but there are people out there with 100 per, so they'll be getting 1,000. So we need to try and balance it for both. So if you only have one, you may have to wait for the higher tier stuff, because if you have one per out of 10,000 and you can get the higher tier stuff quickly, then it's probably not high tier. Just simply how it works. So there will be there will be a balancing act that we need to play and look carefully. And this is really where I want to focus. I want to move away from the sort of day-to-day business running, and I want to focus on the bigger picture token collab sort of stuff. I want to make these ratios a success. I think I can. I think in the end it all comes down to game theory, and I've played enough games in my life that and seen enough NFT stuff. If you go back into the CryptoKitties Discord, there's a post of everyone drink. There's a post of me saying prices are about to collapse. A few days before it does, and similar stuff has happened throughout. I can hear you typing, telling everyone to drink. Oh yeah.
I'm not, no, but yeah, everyone take a drink, obviously.
But yeah, play game theory and just trying to get it right and actually come out with something that people want to use token for. Because at the end of the day, you are getting it free, but it is worth something because people will pool, and we can't stop that. So we will be conscious that there is a price, and we will make you want to spend your token instead of sell it, I guess.
Yeah, which is how we've built kind of everything that we're going through so far. It's like the goal is we give you reasons to hold your per, reasons to kind of stay involved in the ecosystem, in the community, despite where things may go kind of price wise in the future. Is like, well, actually I'm having more fun being involved in this, and I want to kind of build to this point so I can get this thing or this thing or this thing. Of like, look at the rewards I've got so far from being involved in this project. So yeah, I think as we've said a couple of times tonight, it's like token is just like the evolution of what we've been doing so far, I guess.
Yeah, and it's so flexible as well. We can just constantly pivot with token, which we can't with airdrops because we've said, hey, look, these 8 airdrops are coming, and we have to build them every month. And that just, takes a lot of work to do. Whereas with token, when it's out there, and it will be yielding, and then all of our work can be focused on token, and we can balance it. It will almost become a game. How, I guess most people won't, but before NFTs blew up, I played a lot of Age of Empires 2, and they were changing the civs every month. They would rebalance them. This one's too strong on land, let's nerf this. This one's too weak, let's upgrade it. Dota, LOL, they all buff and change. Even Fortnite changes guns that are out about if one's too powerful. Will effectively be we will be adding value to token, and this is sort of how a decentralized world becomes centralized, I guess. Centralized isn't always bad. If you're investing in pairs, you're trusting us. You don't have to trust us with your assets, but you're trusting us to bring value to your assets. Much like, is there an NFT that's decentralized? Because I know CryptoPunks, it's just out there. But let's be honest, they're doing some stuff lately that must be making people a little uneasy with what they're doing after the week today. Kind of surprised me to. Is it even legal to sell something to someone else and then basically say that's not legitimate, I'm going to FUD it to zero? It seems hella illegal to me, but I don't know the laws, not a lawyer. Not even going to ask the lawyer about it because I have no intention of ever doing anything like that.
It would be interesting to see how that all plays out, though, from afar. I'll be getting my popcorn in.
Yeah, so you are trusting us in when you own a per or you buy token, that we will bring value to token, and how we do that will rely on the team and how we're thinking. So I want to build out that team, get us working on lots of different things, and aim for lots of different price points. So I know some of you listening will have no pairs and just buy some token. I know some will have 1 pair, single digit pairs, 10 pairs, and we need to make sure there's something you want to almost, save up for. Like, oh, if I save up 2 weeks, then I can get this. Or just one day I could get this small thing that, isn't quite as exciting, but I think it's cool, so I'm going to do that. And then there'll be people with loads who we need to sort of, because I know these people, I have been these people. I know who has lots of NFTs and that yields tokens. And when you're the type of person to have loads of NFTs in loads of different projects, it's hard to get excited about lots of them, because you really have sort of a podium of projects. You can maybe be excited and involved in 3. And you got your gold medal, your silver medal, and your bronze. And then after that, it kind of tails off. You can keep an eye on what's going on. And I saw this myself with the CryptoPunks Discord. So I used to post in there all the time. NFTs were nowhere like they are now. They were basically dead in comparison. And I had my private one with, my friends from 2017 and a couple of newbie 2018ers. Where we would talk every day just as a friendship group. I think Jimmy.eth put a post about who's in there recently. CryptoPunks became another Discord that we would go in, and then it was kind of the Discord of the time. So at one time we were all into F1 Delta, so we would be in that one. At another time people were into CSC, some sort of space game. So activity was there. But when you start adding more and more projects, you just can't stay involved in all of them. There's just not enough time in the day. Even if you're full-time NFTs, you just can't. It's just not possible. So what these people with loads of the NFTs are likely to be is people with lots of ETH, lots of NFTs and lots of projects, and it's going to be hard to excite them. So you need something that is costly, that people want, that they can just dump this token into instead of dumping the token onto people. So if they spend it, if you can convince them to spend it in large amounts, because they're not going to click loads, they're not going to click 1,000 times to get 1,000 gems of Morador or whatever. I'm just completely making that up before anyone thinks we're off to the Elven lands or something.
Token name confirmed.
But you need the high ticket items as well, and then they need to be special in a way that makes these. So we're just going to try and cater to everyone, and really try and find the best way. And when we do launch token, don't expect that everything you see is everything we're doing. This is perfect time to say the meme. My life, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. So, just in case anybody is interested, I'll make it my life mission to. Oh no, this is the wrong one. This one says I'll make it my life mission to unrug BGLD. This is a later one.
Oh no.
Okay, wait. Just imagine I said the meme with. Okay, in case anyone is interested, I'll make it my life mission to integrate token into everything I do in crypto as a payment option, as a lending collateral, for stake. Actually, no, we're not going to do any of this. That sounds a regulatory nightmare.
It does. We've had enough of those.
I also do know the Anon dev that created it, and the keys probably aren't burnt, but I don't know the technicality. But, a token will be everything. So you can almost think of sort of the whole ecosystem as a game, and we will continue to, you start with the starting island of the map, but then, later on we had a new part of the map. We had a new city over here. We had a new use of the token. We had a new weapon. We had a new this. We had a new that. We will constantly be building on token and making sure there are ways to spend it. And maybe none of them appeal to you. That's completely fine. We will try and appeal to everyone, but no doubt someone won't care and they'll just sell their token, and that's fine. That's the game. You know, I know how it works. I've played the game long enough. There'll be no sort of token shaming for selling, no purrs shaming for selling your purrs, you know. They're your assets. Do with them what you want. We are just going to do what we can to make sure you want to keep them, and if you do sell them in a nice way, you regret it. I mean, you will regret it in a bad way, but I'm saying that in a nice way. Because in a film, that means I'm coming to kill you, and I'm not.
You'll live to regret this.
I don't want to. I don't leave to wherever you guys are.
No, the point being is like we're our job is to make you not want to sell, and if you do, is to make you regret it in like oh man, look what they're doing now. I wish I hadn't got out. I wish I could get back in, and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, we will do whatever we can to make you want to buy back in.
Yeah. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Couple of other questions before we get to the giveaway. What did I do? Delicious Grizzly is asking for the PCC driver cover again, which I think we probably will do.
Just tag Jamie until he gives in.
He'll do it. Definitely. And a serious question from Walshy, which is quite rare. Would like to know what you found to be the biggest change in the NFT space since the influx of users last year, or maybe the year before that, because we're 2022, but maybe it hasn't reached Canada yet. I don't know.
I think the biggest change is Twitter. So we were all kind of idiots before, because you know, if you look at my Twitter, I don't even know when I made my Twitter account. So you know, I used to just read Twitter mainly. I didn't really care for it. You know, I made it June 2020. I've actually had someone try and rag on me for being new to NFTs because my Twitter date said 2020.
Oh, I remember that.
I linked my wallet.
That was good. That was more popcorn for me. That was excellent.
That will probably be how, you know, people do it in the future. You link your wallet. And you're like, look, this is what I've done. But everything was Discord. You know, hundreds of Discords. I must have had five non-NFT Discords in 2018 and 95 NFT Discords, and then I had to leave them and rejoin as they died off. And back then it was just a recycling of people. It was the same couple hundred of people. You knew basically everyone. Whereas now, you know, in this space, there's probably as many people that had much ETH back then as, you know, we got 100 people in this space. And I'd say there were probably about 100 main people buying NFTs at one point. So now, because of Twitter, it just brings more people in because you know, you can accidentally see an NFT tweet, whereas you can't accidentally see a Discord announcement. You have to join, and then you're closed in. And it was Discord, and it was advertising Discords in Discord. And I think sometimes this is why you read from artists who were in the space in 2018 how they feel, you know, crypto art was the only NFT use. And that's because they were much smarter than us. And if you look back, Twitter was used by NFT artists a lot, and they just felt like they were in this tiny and even smaller space because there were even less of them, just talking to each other on Twitter. And we had no idea because we were just all, you know, it was like Squidward playing around outside, happy, SpongeBob or whatever, in Discord. And that's where we all were. And then there was a bit of a collision of the worlds. We're like, oh, it was like Spider-Man, you're doing NFTs? You're doing NFTs. What's going on here? And then eventually it's like, yeah, actually Twitter is way better because it's so open, whereas Discord just wasn't. So we were pretty dumb as a community to be so heavily on Discord. The other change is just volumes. ETH price has probably done that the most. When we were playing, $100 ETH was the norm. I was buying number one fancies for 20 Ethereum, and it was a few $1,000s, which sometimes it would be less than an ETH is now. Sometimes it would be less than 5. And they were huge buys. Like, there were not many big buys back then. There were lots of half ETH buys, which was like $50. At some point, maybe $200, because we dumped to about 400, I think, initially. Like, the numbers are just staggering. Like, you were not making life-changing money in NFTs in the same way that you were since effectively Top Shot, maybe September 2020. I think that's where it all kind of changed and money really started coming, and what life-changing money was changed. Because life-changing money changed from I could quit my job and be fine for a while to I could retire forever. And there are plenty of people that have made that money, and that volume just wasn't there before. Like, people have made more money than there was in the entire space in 2018, that sort of level. So it's just numbers. From a cultural level, I'd say, honestly, it's less trolley. It is less trolley. It used to be, because you know everyone. In 2018, in Discord, you know everyone. You sort of just spoke a different language, and there was just like an agreed troll language that you'd speak, and it would be you know everyone, so they're all your friends, and you're all kind of competing over the same 5 ETH.
Just everyone razzing on each other. Yeah, it's like going from being at like a pub where it's just you and your friends to now you're at like a massive party, and you're trying to meet everyone, and you have to kind of you have to play a bit nicer.
Yeah, we don't know everyone now, and I mean the real big change is the high level people from other sectors. So is it Guy Ossery, who's, I think I've potentially brutally murdered his surname there, but he took apes pretty much from collectible to insanity with his level of connections. We've got big names coming in, people who really know how to operate. Gary Vee knows how to run a business. People see him as an influencer when in reality he is a businessman leveraging influencing. He knows he can talk, and he knows he can talk, but he can also run a business, and he is fine with people not knowing that. Like, if people think of you one way and then you can act a different way, then you've almost got a secret weapon. So we've got real talent from, I guess, outside of NFTs coming in. What they're able to do is quite astounding, because they can bring in experience in other areas and just apply it here. And you're also seeing that from games. NFTs are just a big game, and a lot of people at the top have been gaming their entire lives, and they're just playing the game. They're just doing what they've done their whole life.
Yeah. Cool. There you go, Walshy. Hope you were listening. Good to see you in here, actually. Yeah, it's wild. And there'll probably be, I'm assuming there's probably spaces going on of like people talking about 2020 as like the start of it, without realizing that it goes back further, of like, oh, how have things changed like in 2022 so far, and all this sort of stuff. So it's wild to kind of think how long this has been around, but also in real terms, still super new. Still early, right? Is that another meme for you? We're still early. So yeah, really, really cool. I don't think I've got any more serious questions. I've got asking how many real life cats do we have? Katie, I know Ellie's with you. If she's going to tell us the news, I have 0 real life cats, which makes me sad.
I have 2.
2 cats. Carlini, how many cats you at?
I win. I have 3.
Damn it! I'm sad. At least I don't have dogs. So
Buy my
there is
cat
that.
for 100,000 token.
Well, for jokes, that's pretty low baller. I was giving out dinner for 69,420,000 token.
Oof.
If you can redeem for that much. You can redeem a dinner with myself. I will take you out for dinner. So how was that one?
Dinner with Papa.
Yeah. Sorry, Katie, go on.
I was just going to say, I'd let you have a dinner with Ellie for that.
Ah, there we go. Up the bidding. Now it sounds like tokens like a charity auction. I was imagining it like skee ball at like the arcade and stuff, where it's like if you do this, you can win more token, and then you'll get like bigger prizes. So yeah, you could just show up and get like a bouncy ball, but you could stay in it for the long game and get the big cuddly toy.
Yeah, no, Ellie's telling me that for the right price, she'll tell everybody the news.
That's a top journalist. If you're good at something, never do it for free. Fantastic. Let me just have a quick scan because I got in trouble last week for missing questions. I think we're okay. We had some NSFW stuff from Casablanca, which we won't go for. It's a family show. One from Nacho, which is hopefully a quick one. Nacho.pcc.eth, great name. So how does the redemption of cat/kitten/redacted companions for KV tokens affect the distribution of actual token? So I think this is the bit I've seen this a bit in terms of the confusion between what our yield token will be, which at the moment is known as $ token, versus what the Kitty Vault fractions will be called, what they will be. So Kitty Vault coin, as I've been calling it, is very, very different, a completely separate entity to $ token.
The question is, if someone burns or redeems their kitten to get the fraction of the Kitty Vault, what happens to the daily yield? And the answer, hopefully, if we're able to, is it comes back to us.
Very interesting.
Which we can then distribute. Well, see, the thing is, if we have enough sort of daily yield saved up, we can then, down the line, put that into another tier of NFT. Or this is not planned. This is me just sort of spitballing on what we can do. So there's currently, the PCC tier 2 kittens and redacted. Maybe we would add a 4th, and the beauty of that is it doesn't actually increase the daily yield because that's still the same. We're just using some of our daily yield to put into potentially another NFT. What that would allow is it allows us to go down one or two routes, which is maybe we sell that NFT in a sort of, Mutants, Me Bits type drop, which then raises funds. Because I've seen a lot of companies recently, raise funds selling. I don't even know if they're selling their token or if they're selling a percentage of their company. Whereas I'd much prefer to be community owned. Like we're seeing with Lux Rare over OpenSea, sort of a movement of people wanting to be involved in the platform that they're using. So if we can fund ourselves via selling NFTs that yield token instead of selling company shares or token to VCs, then I think the community benefits more. So that is more of a goal, which is why I want to pull back token where we can. And I think we did say we'd pull it back from the very start, so it's not like a surprise. Hello?
Sorry, I was still on mute because the chat keeps making me giggle. I don't think we have anything else in terms of questions. The only question I think remains, because I'm getting in trouble with Casablanca, is how we're going to do the giveaway on Spaces.
Oh yeah, I do it now.
Yeah. So this is day one of the Purrtacular giveaway. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The winner will get one PCC cat. If the first winner to win this month that has a .pcc.eth name wins 20 cats.
Yeah, I'm going to give away the 20 cats from the company's Purr, if that's one, because that's kind of rolling over from the giveaway before.
Yes.
But the daily stuff will come from me, yeah.
Amazing.
So
if somebody wins now and their Twitter name is Gary, they'll get a Purr.
Oh, yeah.
If their name is gary.pcc.eth, they get 20.
Yeah, so I'm just getting up the spreadsheet that I did for the October one. 74.5% held, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty amazing.
I'm just setting up my spreadsheet so I can put it right in. Retweet picker. Where is my?
This is tense. I'm tense.
Yeah, potentially giving away 20 pairs. That's quite a lot of pairs.
It's quite a lot of Purrs.
If you're listening, you make sure you've remembered to follow botpcc1, our sales.
That's a very good question.
Because it hasn't gone up any retweets as I've had, but people would already be following it. So when I draw the winner, I will be checking that they follow.
As of now, Country Club Bot has 606 followers.
106, yeah.
I've just dropped it in the lobby bar as well. If you're in the server, if you're not in the server, you can hit the link tree in the description.
Oh, so I've got to validate my key. Okay.
Casey, who's it going to be? Are we going to see the jackpot one on day one? What are you feeling?
I mean, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more .pcc.eth names out there. So
it's very true. I kind of want it to roll over for a couple of days.
Yeah.
To build some excitement, but also it'd be pretty cool.
Very true. Very true. I will say it's also really great just when I feel like somebody who hasn't been able to jump in to the community, because I remember when I first got into NFTs and such, where PCC is right now would have been too high for me as just exploring the space. Yep. And so it also would be really great for someone who just is really new to the space, just to go ahead and start off with a winner.
It's a really good point. I like that a lot. Oh, here we go. Hold on.
I forgot to add myself as well. They got to follow me. Okay. Must have a picture. I think that's fair enough. Account age has to be over 1 week. Again, that seems fair enough. Latest tweet any. Win account 1. Okay. Entries 344 have been loaded.
Ooh.
Step
Spicy.
3. Draw.
Well, it's racing.
Actually, I'll just pop into the lobby bar and share the screen.
Yeah, cool.
So do we all meow when the winner is announced? Or do we purr? Like,
wait, is Yoda
instead of
in
a
here?
drum roll,
Who
instead of
doesn't
a
hear?
drum
Who'll
roll, we
give
get
us
a
a
purr.
Oh, this is spicy. Hold on. Can I watch stream as well? Oh, yeah.
Okay. Does everyone see it?
I can see it.
That seems harsh.
Show rejected.
Okay, so I don't know how this draw works. I don't know if the first name it shows is the winner, because the normal one I use doesn't let you do stuff like follow someone else to win. So I think it might show some names before it shows the winner. But I'm just going to click once, move the mouse away.
See what happens.
Go. Begin draw. Oh man, I'm so poor now.
Vest.pcc.eth at Avastar. Congratulations.
Giving away 20 PCC. Oh my god.
Straight away.
Down so bad.
Down horrendously bad. That's amazing.
Right, where's my tweet? I tweet under it. Oh wait, we've got to check it works still, I guess.
That's very true.
Just go to OpenSea and send some shit. Oh, I'm not sure what MetaMask I'm on. Oh no, I'm on one.
Seedphrase.eth. Hey, we're getting meows in the chat. I love it.
Great.
Is Vest here?
Vest does not seem to be in the server. Or maybe they are. There's several people typing, which is like one of my favorite things to see. It means something big's going down.
Oh wait, we need to have like, if it's a person who's not even in, like, they're new, they're not even in the Discord, we have to like agree. We got to do like a weird thing. Then when their first time they jump into the Discord, I don't know.
Like a hazing.
Yeah, they're like, what is happening? And it's like, these cat people are weird. But then, I don't know.
I like the idea.
Yeah. Like in my head, I think of like, you know, when you form a tunnel with your arms and everybody's like, woohoo, and then you run through it. But we can't do that because it's on the internet. But if we could do like an internet version of like a human arm tunnel and say woo or like meow instead, if we could do that, that's what I feel like we need to do, whatever that looks like.
I was about to GIF search human tunnel. I was like, that's not going to end well. I'm not going to go for that. There we go. Vest, get in here.
That's what we'll probably do is we've got loads of purr on the company account. So I want to click show rejected now to see who
got close.
The link to vest.pcc.eth of the NFTX pool and literally let them pick 20 that they want.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Show rejected is so harsh.
It doesn't show any, so it just went straight to Vest, straight to literally day one ruining me.
Oh, that's cool. Love it. There you go.
What's our floor at the moment?
0.3, I think, on both, on OpenSea and LooksRare.
6 ETH.
Spicy.
Nice.
I love the idea that they're away right now, and it's like, oh wait, what's just happened?
Wait, who won it? I missed it.
At Avastar, AVESTAA on Twitter.
Oh.
Vest.pcc.eth. Let me see if I can find when they registered. Subdomain bot should pick it up. Ooh, they registered vest.pcc.eth on Christmas Eve.
Oh, nice.
So that's cute.
So it's like a proper name.
So they've been around for a while. I love it. They bought their per on... I don't know. This doesn't count as doxing. This is blockchain. It's fine. They bought their per on the 15th of August, 2021.
I have a reply from Vest.
Oh, spicy.
I think.
Or it might be a robot one.
You know how it works with someone changing their profile. Yep, looks fine.
Very cool. Well, can't fake the account, right?
Well, nice. That's it. I'll do. What should we do for today's tweet? I want to change it up, so not today because there's not really enough time, but get people doing stuff.
Yes. Today's tweet, why don't you follow the first winner as well as
now
regular
that
stuff.
20 now the 20 are gone. Now that the 20 is gone, you can do stuff like show us your nifty slap, which then rewards the people who have been in the community more, I guess. Whereas I'd feel bad about that before, because then you're almost guaranteeing that a .pcc.eth will have the nifty slab, that then you're sort of giving away the jackpot that way.
Very true. That was awesome. That was very exciting. What a way to boot off the Purrtacular giveaway this month. Fantastic. Thank you to everybody who has listened in. Thank you to everyone who will listen in afterwards. The recording will be live on Twitter, and I will throw it up on our YouTube channel later on today or early tomorrow morning, depending on when it finishes rendering. Katie, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate your insight and enthusiasm and just you being part of the team. I think everything has been great so far. Really like having you around, and it's exciting to work with you every day. So thank you for coming on the spaces. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No worries. I kind of thought I feel bad to Jamie. I'm sorry, Jamie. I remember when you came on and I was like, this is great. The three amigos. We're chatting on spaces. We'll do this every week, baby. And then I was like, it's like, you know what else would be cool? It would be cool to get like more of the team on. So like I think we had Dangy on the following week. I definitely want to get Hoddle and Alamo and Yoda and Jed and James, and hopefully I haven't forgotten anyone. Oh my god, that started getting really stressful. It's like, I'm gonna forget somebody I work with every day.
Poor Charlie.
Oh my god. Hopefully, wait. I'm cutting this part out. This is gone. This is absolutely gone. So yeah, really cool to kind of get these people on. And what I hope to do is also kind of branch it out to Kitty Vault projects and just other people who want to come chat with us. Maybe we'll be like a talk show where it's like people come on because they've got something to sell, and then we'll chat that way. But this was really, really fun. I'm going to cut all this out on the recording. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And we'll do this again next week.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.